Hello, I'm back. This is my journal entry number 6, and we're in another angle, but this is my room. I'm doing this in my room because I'm kind of embarrassed to do it outside, because apparently the I don't know how you say it, but it's the landlord. We call it ibu kos or bapak kos and some stuff like that in Indonesia. But basically, the landlord is here, and I don't really want to record outside, just in case I don't want them to hear me record. Kind of embarrassed, but I'll get through that phase of overcoming the fear of being seen. Anyways, today was not a bad day for me. I didn't do much that is productive. I I am doing my thesis again. I'm like researching some of the other stuffs, some of the journals I need to read upon, and I did ask to the faculty about my thesis, and I also told my mother about my situation right now. So it's not all that bad currently. Anyways, the day outside, the day as in the actual day, not my day, was pretty good. It was sunny. I don't think it's gonna rain today either, which is good. I kinda don't like rain. Well, I do like rain, but it's only when I'm staying inside. I want to eat outside, so rain kind of hinders me to do that. I Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna resume what I said back in journal entry number 6. This is my journal entry number 7, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna recount my life to you, myself, in the future. Hopefully you have, well, I don't hope, but maybe you have something that you see differently today, uh, in the future, because this is how I see it right now. Okay, so I'm gonna recount my life when I was born until I'm kind of 5 and 7-ish years old. Was born in Surabaya at a hospital, but I lived, my family and I lived at we call it complex here, but it's actually just like a suburban complex. And what I mean by that is it's just rows of houses, and we live there with other people. But there's a lot of houses, but a lot of them is also unowned and nobody lives there. So, like, let's say there's about 100 houses. There's only like 30. Let's say, okay, there's gotta be more than 100 houses, but let's say it's 150 houses. There's only like 30 or 40 families living there. So yeah, I was a rowdy kid at 4 years old and 5 years old. I Welcome back. I don't know what happened to the last recording. I think the battery just, I don't actually understand what's happening. Could be because of the sensor overheating, but I don't really understand. So I'm back. So essentially, going back to what I was saying, we we live in a suburban complex kind of, but there's not much people living in it. I was a I was dubbed the naughty kid because I always went outside and played with my friends. I always Ever since my parents taught me how to ride a bike, I've always ridden a bike all over the neighborhood. And it was just a blast for me, I think. So I also had a dog. I don't remember what happened to the dog, but back when I was like 3 years old, I always went out walking with him. He always accompanied me. It was a big dog. It was like a golden retriever kinda, but I don't know if it was actually a golden retriever. But he was a big dog. Loved him. I don't know what happened to him. Rumors were, my parents thought, my mother told me that one of the uncles that live there, we call him Angkong. I think it's kind of racist, but we called him Angkong. I think because he was Chinese. The rumor is, my mother told me that he ate the dog. I don't know. I would like to think that he didn't. I would like to think that the dog just died of natural causes. I don't actually know that. I haven't asked. There's someone outside. Anyways, so at 5 years old, I learned how to read, and because I learned how to read, and in kindergarten I was bored. I told my mom and my dad that, Mom and Dad, I'm bored in kindergarten, so they just decided to throw me in elementary school. So I started elementary school at the age of 5 years old, while the others in the class of first grade, they're all like 7 years old or 8. So I started really early. Obviously, I was scared because all of them were like bigger than me. But nevertheless, I got some friends, and I also followed a martial art class, karate to be exact, because my mom and dad wanted me to. It's very noisy outside. Mom and dad wanted me to be able to protect myself just in case, and so I did start. There's not much happening at my first grade, but at second and third grade, it started getting weirder because I was always the little kid in class, and so some of the other students picked on me. Also, they picked on me because I knew karate. They all knew I knew karate, or at least I was practicing karate. So obviously, I didn't I didn't take shit for granted, you know. Well, if there's one time where I fought a guy who was it was I think it was on my third grade. He challenged me like, "Ayo, lawan, like let's go fight, you know, play fight." But I was like, he always like essentially he always like teased me about let's fight, and then at one point I was like, okay, let's go. So we fought in front of the class. There was no teacher, by the way. It was like free time, and so we fought, but not a real fight though. We just punched each other's body. I punched him a bit. I landed a clean hit towards his like sternum, and he got kind of winded. But he also punched me in the body, which didn't really affect me because I had a sturdy body, so I was kind of fat, you know. Well, I entered a tournament, a competition. Well, I don't think it was a competition, but it was an exhibition match against another kid. I don't know if I won, but I'm pretty sure I did win. I still have the picture, right, even to this day. It was fun. yeah, that was my childhood. There's not much that I remember happening here. All I remember is I love to ride bikes, and when we started elementary school, we moved houses, right? So I used to ride bikes to my school. You know, going to my school, I'll ride my bike, and then going back, I'll also ride my bike. There was also times when I just walked. It was a good time. I don't know how I was fat though. Like I ride bikes every day, but I'm fat. I don't know. Anyways, I will tell the other stories precisely on my on the start of my 5th grade when I went to Batam. Well, also before that, of the events leading to why I went to Batam in the first place. Spoiler alert, it's because of my parents' divorce. Anyways, future me, I hope you're happy with yourself. I hope you stay happy and become even happier. I hope you do things that you are passionate about. And yeah, goodbye. Oh, to the others who are not me, who are watching, hello. I hope you can find comfort in the videos that I post, and maybe I could help you. I would be grateful if you did. And I'm also grateful for you for even watching. Thanks. That's about it, I think. Goodbye. Hopefully by tomorrow I can start making videos outside again, because I don't really like this setting. Kind of gloomy, you know. Yeah, anyways, goodbye. Thanks for watching.